This is going so not well. Fight or flight. There's a bee. No, I'm done. Okay, maybe not. This is a disaster. Okay, we're gonna do it fast because there's a traffic coming through. There is no ideal place to film it. I'm filming next to the road, so that's why there's a lot of noise. We've received a lot of questions about panic attacks and what they are, so I've decided to make a separate video explaining what it feels like to have one. Keep in mind, everybody has them in their own way, everybody feels different, everybody responds different to stress and to adrenaline. So if you don't feel what I feel, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not having a panic attack. This is just my experience. I have a list of things of what I feel. I don't feel them all every single time. Some panic attacks are lighter, some are stronger, depends on the situation, but this is just the things that I have felt personally during a panic attack. The first one is being terrified. You know, sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night from this free fall feeling, so you feel like you're falling, and for a split second you're panicked. If you prolong this for anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes, that's pretty much what panic attack feels like. You might feel tightness in the chest and not have enough air, which is the thing that causes you to hyperventilate, which is breathing too much oxygen in. I would recommend you to cover your mouth with a bag or your hands, because what that's going to make you feel is dizzy. You're going to feel dizzy and lightheaded. You might experience some blurred vision because of this, and muffled hearing, so processing information in general is very hard. You might feel nauseous. I think it's quite normal for your digestive system to shut down in times of stress. Some people throw up. I personally don't. I just feel like this ball in my throat. Okay. If you watch the video of me getting a panic attack, I would, at the end of it, I put my hand on my neck to feel my pulse. Is because your heart might feel like it's beating too fast or it's beating too strong, so you would hear it in your ears. And what I'm doing there is I'm putting my hand on my pulse to consciously feel and count that it's indeed normal. Because you feel like it's going off the charts and your heart is just about to explode, but it's not actually. Your limbs might feel numb, your arms and legs, so you might be having troubles telling what they're feeling or where they are in space. Most of the time I would feel numbness all over my body, and my head starts to feel very hot and heavy, as if all the blood is just rushed in there. You might feel like the energy is being drained from your body, having troubles controlling your limbs, and also losing sensitivity in your skin. You might get a cold sweat, so it's a time where you're sort of sweating and it's too hot, but you want to cover yourself in a blanket. You might be very irritable and hypersensitive to stimulants, so anything from touch to other people's voices, visual information, any kind of information coming in. Some people in the comments were mentioning that they actually prefer talking through their panic attacks with somebody, being with somebody. I don't. I find it very irritating. You might feel like you're dying, which is a very normal thought, considering everything you're feeling. Your body will feel weird, your heart will feel weird, you'll feel all dizzy and weak and disoriented. Sometimes this has happened to me 3 times, I believe, in my life, and I've been having panic attacks for over 10 years now. I was having a particularly bad panic attack and a really bad just day full of anxiety. And I remember my husband was driving me back home, and I got this awful abdominal pain that was not concentrated in any organ particularly or in any side. It was just my entire abdomen was hurting and cramping, and I got quite freaked out, and I went to Google. It actually ties to anxiety and panic attacks, because sometimes apparently your muscles will tense as you're in response to adrenaline. So these were just my abdominal muscles tensing so hard that it caused me a lot of pain. And I think some people have mentioned in the comments that they also experience pain in their arms and their legs. So I think that's also quite normal. Unfortunately, it's pretty bad. It doesn't really last very long in my experience. Спасибо.
Тебе тоже.
Да? Прям ты маленький. I hope that it was helpful to you. It shed some light on what panic attacks feels like. Times is scary right now, and I'm getting a lot of people are experiencing much more anxiety and having a lot of panic attacks sitting at home and not knowing what to do. If you're unsure of whether or not you're having a panic attacks, developing a panic disorder, or just in general, if you're not sure that you're safe, if it's causing you a lot of distress, please contact somebody about this. Mental health is a very important thing, and it should not be neglected. I cannot say this enough. Just pay attention to your body. Listen to what it's telling you. That's so cheesy. It's just true. My daughter loves leaves. So yeah, be safe and wash your hands and don't go out. See you next Thursday. Do that shit again. There is a bee again. Anyway, it's okay. We'll keep it in.